All right, guys and gals. I have some gals that watch the channel. Appreciate all of you. Catching my breath here. I'll tell you why in a minute. Today we're going to talk about if you want to stay young, hang out with people who move. You know, it's one of the biggest factors of staying young. It's not just exercise like weightlifting. It's not just your diet. It's who you spend time with. If you want to stay young, hang out with people who move. People who move generally have energy that's contagious. Movement is contagious, but so is sitting still, as I have really realized with a dad who turned 87. Had a birthday party for him 2 days ago. I've been with him for 2 years now, getting ready to go to Vietnam Monday. But man, I see what the sedentary lifestyle really does to you, how fast you'll drop. This is Mike Norris. You know, I help men over 50 lose weight, feel better, live a healthier lifestyle, get fit. And if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. If you've been around, if you would like the channel, I'd appreciate it. It gives the channel a boost, it helps me out, and it's free. You know, but we become like the people who we hang out with. Who's in your circle of friends? Are the people that complain about their age? I got enough of them. Do they avoid activity? Most of them are that. Do they eat poorly? Yes, 90% of them do. You'll do the same thing if you hang out with those people, but the reverse, guys, is also true. So, if you hang out with people who move, it's normal for them, it'll become normal for you. Hang out with active people, you'll be active. Healthy people that like adventure, and when I say adventure, getting out hiking, maybe traveling, doing different things, you'll be drawn to the same thing. For instance, groups. Groups are a fantastic thing to be a part of. Got to choose with intention. I went online a couple years ago and I was looking for groups, hiking groups, different things, and I joined several groups that hike locally and they go up in the mountains and hike, different types of group, fitness groups. You just want to join people. You don't have to join people that are your age group, but are close to your age group. It's fine to be with the age. If you join a group with people your age, make sure it's an active group, not a group sitting on the porch all day. It's a big difference maker, picking who you hang with. You know, active people, they're not just fit, they actually think younger. I know that for a fact. I might not be younger, but I sure think younger. I know that. You feel better. A lot of my friends, they feel terrible. I hear that all the time. And people in those groups push you. An example, I'm going to Vietnam Monday. I belong to a travel group. I joined it 6-8 months ago. And I've learned about how to do different things to make travel cheaper. Most people think travel is expensive. No, not if you do it right. Not if you build up points, if you got the right credit cards. I don't even have the right credit card yet. Hopefully I'll get it when I get back from Vietnam. But I've figured out ways to buy points, 2-for-1 deals, all of this kind of stuff. The people in my group, we've got a group page, and we've got about 6 categories, and people are already there. Majority of people coming in this weekend. Unfortunately, I don't get there until Wednesday, and we have our group meeting Wednesday night. But they've showing pictures of the gym hotel. It's a huge. The gym in the hotel is huge. I don't really need anything else, but I'm not going to be at the hotel the whole time because I'm staying 40 days or so. But people are talking about working out, and they'd like somebody to show them how to do this and do that. I said, well, you know, I used to be a weight loss coach, fitness coach. You need some help, I'll help you with some stuff. And everybody's just chipping in. And I saw this from the videos, but people are talking about, man, you go walking on the beach. People go early in the morning or about dark, or about dusk, locals. They have Tai Chi classes, yoga classes, stretching classes. You can get in tubs of ice water. They have about every kind of class on the beach that you want. And if they don't have it on the beach, Vietnamese people are into fitness like you wouldn't believe. I thought Playa del Carmen in Mexico was. These people are berserk about it. As a matter of fact, I've never seen a fat Vietnamese person. I'm sure they're there somewhere, but I've never seen one. Walking is something that they do. They're at the beach when the sun comes up. And as a group, we've got several trips planned. We'll be moving, you know, working out together, stuff like that. It strengthens bonds you. It keeps conversation going, keeps you young. You feel better when you're walking or hiking. It just improves everything. You're going to burn some fat, lose some weight. I did a hike last year on one little section of the trail. It was a day hike, Appalachian Trail, and I hiked with a family from Michigan. Mother, dad, and they had like 6 kids from college age down to about 12. And I hiked with them for a day, and man, the conversation, they were from Michigan, I'm from South Carolina. I was old enough to be the parents' dad, but man, we had unbelievable conversations. Being with that group means a lot. So how do you build your circle of movers? Well, groups. You can go to Facebook groups, just about any kind of social media. You can go to the groups, or you could just go to Google and type in groups in your state, hiking groups, walking groups, whatever it is you want to be a part of, tennis groups, whatever. Think of any kind of sport, anything you want to do. It doesn't necessarily have to be a sport, but like pickleball, stuff like that. Just think about stuff like that. And most gyms have fitness classes for beginners. That's why they have a ton of fitness classes for beginners. Some of them you might have to pay a little bit. Some are free, especially for the beginners. And that's what you want if you're a beginner. It's also a great way to meet hikers and walkers. Man, I have met a ton of people at the gym that tell me they go hiking on the weekends up in the mountains, or they go different places and they go hiking, with friends and stuff like that. I've met a ton of people that do that. You could invite 1 or 2 people or more along to go for a walk one day. 30-minute walk and coffee, 30-minute walk and lunch. We got to talk to people. We have to be around people. It's the guy that wants to sit on the back porch all day and don't want to talk to anybody. It's this old gruff guy, and I just want to look at my wood out at the woods until I die. He might live another 30 years. I had a guy. The reason I bring that up because I had a guy tell me that. You don't want all this crap. I just want to sit on my porch and look out there at the woods until I die. It's your life, buddy. Go ahead. But like I say, online groups, travel groups. There are a lot of travel groups that are free, but then if you go on trips and stuff, of course, you have to pay for it. Some travel groups cost a little bit of money. Mine costed a little bit of money because they do some teaching in there. Well, they don't do some teaching, they do a lot of teaching. So it costed some money for that travel group and for being in the group. Now, something you don't need to train like an athlete. Some people think that. My buddy won't go to the gym. His wife's like, let's go to the gym. They need to lose weight, get the weight off. You want to go to the gym before you get in shape? Be fat and people looking at you, and I'm like, did you hear what you just said? A gym is a place you can use to get in shape. You do realize that, but he wants to lose the 40 pounds before he starts going to the gym. In other words, he's never going to go. He just won't do it, So recap. You want to be around people who move, people who do something. It keeps you moving. It doesn't matter whether you're in a walking class or a group that stretches, a group that does yoga, a group that hikes, whatever. Just move, And of course, it's going to keep you feeling young, staying young. Energy, group activity. You meet people. It's just great for you. So, and by the way, the reason I'm breathing hard, I went for my walk, but after the walk, I did some striders, some 100-yard striders and some 50-yard, or gliders, striders we called them back in the day, I believe. You're not running full speed. I ain't about to do that. I'm just I picked up the pace from a jog to just a little bit faster than a jog. I know I'm going to be on that plane for 2 days. I leave on Monday night at 6, so I get there Wednesday at 2. Now I've got 11 and a half hours of layovers all total at 2 different places. And I'll be walking the airport. I'll get plenty of steps on those days. Maybe not much sleep. But anyway, if someone in your life inspires you to move, and let us know about it in the comments. If you got any ideas from this video about things you can do to get yourself moving and getting out and meeting people, put it in the video, in the comments. And like I say, if you're new, subscribe and like the video, folks. I'll talk to you later.